Mr. Roberts over there, he on the backside of the cones.
Yep.
And talked to him, and he said, yeah, he said, I'm just going over there. And he went, it was like big fan belts. And he said, he wrote me out a slip, so I began to go over there and try to set me a deer up, and I like to scout a place out so I get the best places to hunt.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got over there, and I had just crossed a big jetty. Them jetties, they stick out on the river on the Oklahoma side over there. It sticks out in the river 75, 80 feet. There's two of them that goes all the way across that island and goes to the mainland down there, and it's way up behind S&R Savage. And so he gave me permission, and that's grindstone. Yeah, that's a grindstone. There.
Sure is, part of one.
And I crossed that jetty and went walking up through there, and I'm looking over toward the water, and I'm following the deer trail. It's well used, and I get 50 or 75 yards from that jetty, and this is dumb, I know, but I felt like I was being watched, and I went to look around and see if somebody's out here. And I look, and out about four of those big logs laying on the ground out there, about that age, there's the edge of a big grass field. It's a huge grass field. It's a quarter of a mile wide and probably half a mile long. And I thought, well, they're out there in that. So I went walking over that way and got over there a little bit closer. Well, I seen a big buck rub on a tree there where one of them big bucks had been. And so I walked over and looked at it, but all this time I'm still, man, there's somebody's watching me or something. And directly, well, I shrugged it off because I couldn't see nothing. I said, yeah, you're just making that up. And started to walk off, and that place was over next to that patch, and I'm cutting back to my trail kind of like that, and the trails. And I got about halfway to the trail, and I just stopped. I said, there's something looking at me. And so I went to looking for a rabbit or a squirrel or a possum or something, because I done satisfied it wasn't a person. And all at once I spotted it. That squirrel was facing me, and I could see the two eyes looking at me. And I stood there and I looked at it, and I said, you was looking at me and talking. I'm bad to do that when
Yeah,
I'm
I do
myself.
too. I do too.
But I hunt a lot by myself. I've hunted in big camps, but I still separated myself from it. And so myself most of the time was the only one I had to talk to. And so I walked over there where it was at. I thought, well, that's one of them old Halloween outfits, because that's kind of what it looked like. It'd been in a weather salon. Part of it was real dark black. Some of it was kind of gray. Some of it was a little bit lighter colors, kind of tan. And, I had pretty time to put his finger on it. And I would have guessed that it had been there about 10 years. And they kept trying to say it was a homeless person. And they didn't.
Do you think that if it was a homeless person, did they seem to think that it wasn't as important?
Well, I guess. Because
he's wanting some water.
Yeah, you want to drink? Here, come here. Here, boy.
He's like, you're dropping it. He's catching it.
Get